Round one of the 2025 NFL Draft has come and gone, and the Pittsburgh Steelers decided to pass on a quarterback. Despite having all options not named Cam Ward on the table, Pittsburgh took defensive lineman Derrick Harmon, who figures to be a great pick, but one that the Pittsburgh Steelers could come to regret. Hey everyone, Rob Gregson of A to Z Sports Pittsburgh here, and today we're going to discuss why passing on a quarterback may come back to bite the Pittsburgh Steelers. Look, Derrick Harmon is a pro's pro. This is a player who you're going to look up in 10 years, and he has a bunch of Pro Bowls on his resume. He's a team captain, and he's one of the best players on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Anytime you have a shot to draft who the Steelers believe to be their next Cam Hayward, especially at 21st overall, you jump on that 9 times out of 10. But the one time you don't is when you don't have a starting quarterback on your roster. And the Pittsburgh Steelers, as much as they like Mason Rudolph, they do not have a starting quarterback on their roster. And they had every option not named Cam Ward at their availability. Instead, they didn't take Shedeur Sanders. They didn't take Jackson Dart. They didn't even take Jalen Milroe. They took a defensive tackle. So what this tells us is that the Pittsburgh Steelers have to have some sort of assurance from Aaron Rodgers. There's no way that they are going into a pivotal season for TJ Watt, for Cam Hayward, for Minkah Fitzpatrick, with George Pickens going into an expiring contract after trading for DK Metcalf. They're not doing all of this to trot out Mason Rudolph as their starting quarterback in week 1. There's no way, there's no how. And if you want to say, oh, well, they can go and get a quarterback on day 2. Sure, maybe they can. They don't pick until 83rd overall. Even though Shedeur Sanders fell, it would be one of the biggest shocks in NFL history if he was anywhere near the 83rd overall pick when the Steelers pick on Friday night. Even if Jalen Milroe is there, it would be a shock. So the Steelers really are left with a bunch of guys that at best are likely to be career backups. And that's if they take a quarterback in round 3, much less round 4 or 5. Their attention now has to turn to the other needs on the roster: the running back, the wide receiver, the cornerback position. Taking a quarterback in round 3, it doesn't do you any good when you already have 2 quarterbacks that are backups. So there has to be some sort of assurance that Aaron Rodgers is on the team. And the second thing is, the Steelers front office and ownership, they obviously put their foot down with Mike Tomlin. We know Mike Tomlin was the one who wanted Shedeur Sanders. We know that the team had a great meeting with Shedeur Sanders, and that Mike Tomlin was the one who pushed to have the meeting in the first place when it became clear that Shedeur was falling in the draft. He was the one who came out and at the pre-draft press conference stated how tough he is and his competitive spirit and how much he liked him. This was Mike Tomlin's guy. Ian Rappaport reported just minutes before the Steelers picked that there was internal debate all week long on whether or not to take Shedeur Sanders or Derrick Harmon. Guess what that debate was? It was Mike Tomlin and Omar Khan. Mike Tomlin, Omar Khan, and Art Rooney. I understand that there's battle scars from taking Kenny Pickett in round 1 just a few years ago. I understand that Shedeur Sanders probably isn't a true first-round talent when you look at his physical traits, or that Jackson Dart, has a lot of issues that may plague him in the NFL and that he's not as ready-made of a prospect. I understand all of that. It doesn't matter. The quarterback position is the most important in football and in all of sports. And when you have to address the position and you have 2 viable options, being Dart and Sanders, on the board, and you pass on them, even if Derrick Harmon is really good, I'm talking Pro Bowl, All-Pro, stud. If either one of those quarterbacks, or Jalen Milroe, so if Jalen Milroe, Jackson Dart, or Shedeur Sanders turn out to be viable starters in the NFL, the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to be wishing that they had taken one of those quarterbacks in round 1.